Alright guys, quick video here. This is a Ford Bronco. I'm dry ice blasting the underside here. And this car's pretty new. It wasn't too dirty underneath, but it did clean up very well, as you can see here. There was like this little bit of this oily film there on the frame rail. It's hard to see. It looks like dust in the video, but it was actually kind of oily to the touch. So here I'm just kind of cleaning this up. Now, something to keep in mind while I'm doing this, I'm using one hand on the gun and unfortunately one hand with my phone to kind of record this. So if you're wondering why I'm not getting all the angles, I did go back and get all the angles after the fact. I just wanted to record a couple of sections here that I thought were cleaning up pretty well. And here is sway bar and link. The areas there, you see the rust. Common misconception with dry ice blasting that it takes off rust, but that's not a thing. If it did that, then it would also be like a sandblaster and taking off the finish on different materials. So I got over here to the rocker panels of the stair step on the underside here. You see some flaking powder coat there. Kind of clean it up a little bit more. So pretty good there. And then after that, put the camera down and get all in between all the hard to get areas there. It's more the frame section in the back. These hoses, great. I wanted to get that on video to see how they clean up, but you really have to put the camera down and get both hands on the gun here because the hose is quite big and it's hard to kind of angle that all the way around. So I did that afterwards, kind of coming back to this section here. I did hit the muffler tip to see if any of that soot would come off. Not really. Rubber always cleans up great. Again, couldn't get all the angles with one hand here, trying to bend the gun around, so I went back after the fact and got everything cleaned up pretty well there. It does great on plastics too, so just kind of got this frame around really quick here. At this point, I was kind of tugging on the hose a little bit, so I couldn't really get it exactly how I wanted, so I went back and got that proper. Now this big metal plate under here, this had a lot of corrosion and it was dirty, of course, and you'll see here I sped up the video 3.5x. Just kind of went right through there. Now the flaking, corrosion, and oxidation and rust, so you'll see it does come out, of course, and this is a really good thing to do before you undercoat the vehicle. And so turn around and get the other part of there, yeah. And that drive shaft, I was contemplating on doing a laser cleaning on the drive shaft, but here's the thing with laser cleaning, it will take the rust off, but it will also take off any paint or anything there, so I opted out for that on this case. And a lot of this seam sealer here in different areas of the car cleaned up really well. However, you'd have to see it actually cleaning up in real time like we have here to appreciate the difference. Before and after picture just looks like a lighting change in that point. And just some of these areas, this transmission pan here. Here's a before picture. I thought I took a video, but here's a before picture of the underside there. And then here's a quick video I did after the fact of the cleaning. So you see the plastics cleaned up good. The exhaust cleaned up a bit too, might be hard to see. And like I said, I did hit the drive shaft and other rusty areas. It took off that crusty rust, but it won't actually take the rust off completely. And those springs cleaned up great. So did that insulated line. I'm not sure what that was for. Coming back around this way, that panel is a lot cleaner, but I mean, we have a lot of rust and corrosion on that, especially on those welds. Pretty surprising. Here is where I did half and half, so we can really see the difference here. So you got a couple of photos coming up. See it right up there too, up in the front of the vehicle. You can see the difference. That was pretty cool. And I got some more photos. I'm not sure if that's it. Awesome.